Hi, church family. I wanted to share a scripture that I've been reading and just getting so much encouragement from over the last number of weeks, and it just keeps coming to mind to me. And it's in Isaiah chapter 40, and I'm sure you all know it. But it starts in verse 27, and it says, "Why do you say, O Jacob, and complain, O Israel? My way is hidden from the Lord. My cause is disregarded by my God. Do you not know? Have you not heard? The Lord is the everlasting God, the creator of the ends of the earth. He will not grow tired or weary, and his understanding no one can fathom. He gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. Even youths grow tired and weary, and young men stumble and fall. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not faint." What an incredible scripture. And I just feel like it's so packed. And I love how the Lord lays out this contrast between his power and the fact that he never grows tired or weary. And then he lays out our humanness on the other hand, that we grow tired and weary. And not just we do, but the very people who we would think would be the most energetic, the youths, the young man, that even he or they would grow tired and weary, and that they stumble and fall. And so we've got this divide, we've got this contrast between God's ability and our inability. And this is where God bridges the gap. And he bridges the gap by telling us that those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. And we kind of get this sense in the scripture that God, at least I do, that God takes pleasure in being that strength for us. And I love that he starts off and he addresses Jacob and Israel, and he's saying, why are you complaining that your way is hidden from me, that your way is hidden from the Lord, and that your cause is disregarded by God? And I know that I've been here where I would be tempted to say, I'm not sure if God really cares about this in my life, or maybe it's just too small. But I think this is where discouragement kind of comes out of our mouths, but I think it starts before there. I think that if we looked at things objectively and say, if the enemy's going to attack anything in our lives, especially in the midst of trouble or in the midst of a battle, what would he attack? He would attack our hope. And what he always suggests is that there is a hopelessness, that God does not care about you, that, you know what, Jamie, you stumble and fall all the time. And so, you just displease God, and he's not going to help you. And these are the things that he does. And he makes us start looking inwards and looking inside of us. And guess what we find there? We find exactly what's laid out, that we do stumble and fall, that we don't have the strength that we wish that we had. And so we toil and spin in life, and eventually that may come out of our mouths. And God addresses that, and he says, well, why do you say that? But his response is that I'm the everlasting God and the creator of the ends of the earth. I don't grow tired or weary, and my understanding no one can fathom, and I give strength to the weary and increase the power of the weak. Why is this his response? Why is his response to the fact that they're suggesting that God doesn't care about their ways, that he's the everlasting God, that he's the creator, that he never grows tired or weary? Excuse me? But I really believe that what he's doing here is he really is saying, hey, stop looking inwards. Stop looking inside of yourself, because what you're going to find is that you do grow tired, that you do grow weary. But then he suggests to look outward instead. He says, look to me. I'm the one who's created the ends of the earth. I never grow tired. I never grow weary. And I'll give you strength, and I'll increase your power when you're weak. And so he shows us that instead of looking inwards, instead of giving into these thoughts that the enemy would want to plant in us to attack our hope, he's saying, no, stop looking inwards, look outwards. Look outwards towards me, because I can rescue you. I never grow tired or weary. So even when you grow tired and weary, I can give you strength. And I love how that's the only condition is all we do is hope in the Lord, and that renews our strength. And so with our human mind, that is not logical. I mean, how is it possible that just simply by hoping in the Lord that my strength would be renewed, that I would run and not grow weary, that I would walk and not be faint? Well, it says also that God's understanding no one can fathom. We know that his wisdom is not our wisdom. He doesn't follow our logical rules. And this is his logic, is that if you hope in me, I will renew your strength. And so, church, this is our response. This is our response if we need some strength, that we stop looking inwards and we stop listening to these lies that would say, hey, you grow tired and weary. And actually, they're not lies. They're just the reality. But if you only stop there, if you just rest all of your attention in that place, yeah, it's absolutely hopeless. You're right, enemy. I do grow tired and weary. I can't make it. But God shows us the answer here, and that is to look outwards, and that is to look to the very one who can rescue us, who can help us, who desires to help us, who desires to give us strength. And I believe that's why he gives us that response, is because he takes pleasure in giving us strength. He takes pleasure in being God to us, that he loves to be God to us. And so, church, would you believe that with me today? Let's apply the word in our own lives. No matter what is being said to you, yeah, you know what? You do grow tired and weary, and so do I, and so do we all. But let's hope in the Lord. Let's look to the one who can rescue us, who can save us in trouble, and the one who loves us with an everlasting love. Let's look to him, and let's put our hope in him. And what our guarantee is here, and it's not a Jamie guarantee, it's the guarantee by the word of the Lord. And it says that if you hope in the Lord, if you look towards the Lord and wait expectantly and in hopeful anticipation to the Lord, that you will renew your strength. So if you need some strength today, church, I encourage you to look and hope towards the Lord, and you will find strength there. God bless you today. I love you, and until next time.